Hi everyone! We finally got an Atari game as our 99-cent gem. I try to cover obscure games that don't get a lot of attention, but Yars' Revenge was a very popular game and you could find plenty of videos about it. So I decided to try something a little different. I was wondering, how would a modern gamer react to Yars' Revenge? In today's episode, we're gonna find out. Alright guys, I'm here with my good friend Josh, and he's going to be playing some gameplay for us today. Josh, what are we going to be playing?
Yars' Revenge.
Alright, have you ever played this game before?
Not really, no. I can honestly say I haven't.
Okay. Alright, but I mean, you are a gamer. I mean, you're not Amish or something. I mean, you do play games regularly. You play modern games, right?
Well, I'm an 8th Amish, but no, I play games fairly often.
Okay. Well, like, tell us what you play. Like, I know that you play Far Cry, that sort of stuff. Like, what else do you play?
Recently, I just finished playing Watch Dogs, and I thought that was pretty good. Before that, I've just been on like an N64 binge.
Okay, so you even do some retro gaming. Gaming is no stranger to you. You've been doing it since a young age, I mean.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I remember, back in the 3rd grade, I got my N64 and the rest was history. I mean, before that I was playing my older brother's SNES, so yeah, I've played pretty much all my life.
Cool. Okay, that's very important because what you're going to play today is actually a very popular game for the Atari. It's one of the most common games too, so I don't think that you're going to have a lot of problems playing this, but since it's your first time playing, if you are able to go ahead and play this and get to the next level... Hey Mackie! Yeah, Mackie's playing around now. Mackie's a guest star too. Anyways, if you're able to get to the next level, if you're able to clear the first stage, you will get a brand new portrait of President Jackson.
Nice.
So that's there for you if you can get to the second stage without me instructing you or telling you how to play this game.
Okay.
Alright, so are you ready to get started now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Alright, that part is pretty interesting because a lot of Atari games are so simple they didn't have a title card. So that's actually really, really interesting and unique to the Yars' Revenge that actually has that little copyright thing.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, yeah, you don't see it anywhere else. Usually they just get straight into the game. Alright, so you sure you've never played this game before?
I think I would remember, but no, I've never played this game. I'm guessing the objective is to shoot this guy.
It could be, it could be. Go ahead, I can't help you out too much, so I've got 20 bucks right on this.
And avoid the little thingamajig that's chasing after me.
Yeah. Alright, so this game, it came out in 1981, and it was made by Howard Scott Warshaw, who was an Atari programmer. And believe it or not, this is his first game, and I really feel that it's his magnum opus, whatever you would call it, his masterpiece. He's a really cool guy. He also has a cameo that he did in, he played himself in the show Code Monkeys. There was this episode in the second
season.
Yeah, he did he played himself in the second season, and it's a really funny episode because one of the programmers is obsessed with him.
Now, I know we're not best buds yet, but your game, Yars' Revenge, got me through some really tough times. Like when my mom left my dad for my other mom. I would imagine that I was Yar, firing my Zorlon cannon, trying to destroy Kotile, who in my mind was my mom, and I'd think one day I'll take back Zarek 4 and I'll throw them right at my dad!
Yes, that's the guy, officer.
Anyways, yeah, so he was a really good sport about it, and he actually interacts with a lot of fans. He's gonna be in the Angry Video Game Nerd movie as far as what I've heard. But yeah, so he really does interact with the fans still. And like I said, this game, it was a very big seller. I mean, every Atari collection includes this. And if you ask me, I think it is the most influential game for the Atari. Because one of the things you have to keep in mind is that the Atari was so simple that people only thought that you could make about like 12 or so different types of games for it. You know, there was, Pong, there was, little sports games, space shooters. People only thought that you could make so many games for the Atari, and because of that, nobody really thought that you could make something like this. And that's why I always feel that it is the most influential one, because it really showed programmers that you could think outside the box and come up with a game straight out of left field that nobody would ever think that you would make.
Is it one level, or... I mean,
Again, your goal is to get to the next stage, so it does change a little. And, but yeah, I'll go ahead and clear it up with you right now. You do have to take out the guy on the right. But the question is, how do you do it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously that guy on the right and the little squiggly have something in common. I'm trying to get him to maybe go towards that thing like that.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess. But again, I can't help you out. But yeah, there's some other cool stuff about Yar's Revenge, like, first of all, there's the huge backstory that I'll tell you about later. The name is Yar's Revenge, but you're not playing as Yar. You're playing as a Yar, the little insect guy that you control. His name is not Yar, he doesn't have a name, but his species of insect is called a Yar, and again, I'll get to the backstory in just a bit. It has a very convoluted backstory that I'll go ahead and tell you about later.
This obviously isn't working. I don't know what to do.
Go ahead, take a week. Take out as long as you need, dude.
I've been shooting this guy for a while. I destroyed his base, and I don't know what to do.
Alright, well, I don't know, that was one of the things I wanted to figure out. I kind of felt that, I mean, this was a very popular game, like I said. You know, people from this era who grew up with the Atari, they probably wouldn't have a problem playing this game. But I kind of wanted to see, you know, a modern gamer, one who plays modern stuff. How would they deal with how would they deal with a game that, you know, came out almost 30 years ago? I mean, this game is older than us, actually, and more than 30 years, actually. It's if it came out in '81, then it's about 33 years old now. All right, and anyways, going back to the backstory, Yar is actually a reference to Atari CEO Ray Kassar. Yar is actually Ray spelled backwards, and also the Yars, the insects. Their home world is this planet called Razak, and that is Kassar spelled backwards, but with a Z instead of 2 S's.
Alright, well that razor thing went right over the little squiggly line, so that doesn't work. I'm all out of ideas.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Alright.
Don't tell me though, don't tell me. But
okay. I didn't know if you were done or not.
I've done everything I possibly could have. I mean, the only thing left to do is maybe either run into this guy or this one, but I'm guessing that one chasing me is going to kill me, and then that razor thing is going to kill me, so...
I'll tell you this, you're getting warmer, getting warmer, getting warmer. I know I shouldn't help you, I mean, I'm going to lose 20 bucks, but...
Should I make them run into each other? No, that doesn't do anything either!
You were close in just a little while ago when you were talking about something. You actually came pretty close. The plot thickens. Oh.
No, that didn't work.
It almost did, actually. Almost did. Also, the cat meowing in the background is Mackie. For all the viewers, those who want to know.
What in the heck did I do? Oh, man, I didn't even mean to do that.
No, the little thing chases you. He's supposed to be a missile, but that's the thing. You always have to have a very, very good imagination when dealing with Atari, so...
Imagination? Is that what you call it?
Okay, back in the day they called it LSD, but I call it imagination now, so... Your Atari imagination.
I mean, am I supposed to clear this base? Or...
I can't help you out too much, but I'll tell you, no, it doesn't make a difference whether you clear the base or not. But you were actually really close to it. I'm not going to repeat what you said, but there was this one idea that you had, which came pretty close to actually getting the guy.
What, running into all 3 of them? I tried doing that.
Getting warmer, getting warmer.
I mean,
obviously that guy, he's not going to be moving too far away from the right-hand side of the screen, because if not, he kills you. So, and then the little dot guy, he's going to kill you, but...
Everything just wants to kill me, and I have no idea what I do.
Well, I don't know, touch different things. Maybe different things don't do that.
Touch different things? When he spins off, should I go behind him?
Well, no, you can't do that, because, I mean, he's going to move faster than you, so...
That's true. Does this make any bit of difference?
It's just a gameplay thing, and it was something with the programming. That's actually a good thing that you pointed out. With Atari games, and this goes for Pac-Man and other games like that too, they always have like these scrolling screens where you could, you know, go on one side and then come out the other. And that was always something really cool. I don't think I've even seen any game designers, you know, follow that up after, you know, the whole Atari 8-bit era. You know, they seem to have moved on from that. Maybe that was something that, you know, really typified simple programming, and so people just wanted to get away from it. I'll give you this hint. He doesn't always want to kill you. So,
Always want to kill me. Does it depend on the color he is? If I have the same color? Like that? He didn't kill me that time.
Or, he didn't kill you.
So what the heck? That's the only thing changing right now is the colors, like that.
I think something else changed, actually. I'm surprised it's not sticking out to you.
This. What the heck was that?
Maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. I don't know, something tells me you gotta experiment just a little more.
Okay, so touch him when he's my color. Okay. And then this. Oh god, that thing popped out. Okay. Okay, don't get close to that other side.
It's so strange knowing like what the answer is and trying to see somebody figure this out. I don't know. I think the viewers are gonna really like this.
Did you get this when you played? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the one on trial here, sir.
Oh!
That is the sound of a man who's $20 richer. Wow. Wow. You did it.
Awesome.
Wow. I didn't think you were gonna do it. Actually, I didn't think you were gonna do it.
My girlfriend will be very happy. She's not paying for dinner tonight. And she's so proud.
Oh, man. Okay, get back into the game and I'll tell you what's going on here. Okay, and you know what? This is stage 2.
Okay.
And,
it's another rotating.
yeah, now it's rotating. It kind of, you know, mixes up the variety.
Okay.
And this is actually really cool because now, like that wall that you were shooting at, now it's like a cylinder going around the guy, you see?
Kind of like a Little Big Planet on one of the levels, I remember.
Yeah, kind of like that. And that's actually, that blows my mind. I don't think I've seen another Atari game which had something like that. That takes a lot of ingenuity to you know, come up with something like that.
Yeah, no joke.
But anyway, so here's what's going on here. That little squiggly part in the middle, that's called the neutral zone. And, well, first of all, before I get into this, I should tell you...
Oh, that's not a defect right here?
No, it's not. That's the way the game is.
Oh, I thought it was just something that had to do with the game.
No. In fact, it's a neutral zone. When you're in that little zone, the little guy who's chasing you around, the little missile, he can't hurt you when you're in there. But, anyway, so he can't hurt you when you're in there. And one of the interesting things is that little neutral zone, that is actually... Oh, look at that!
Level 2.
On to stage 3. Stage 3 now, wow. But anyways, that's actually the game's code, the like programming code. Somehow Howard Scott Warshaw was able to like make it so that it's basically showing the game's code right there, and then he just made it into the neutral zone. Okay. So there actually is like some cool design to that.
Because I was wondering too, because I couldn't shoot out of this, and I was wondering why.
There you go, and you can't shoot out of there too. That's another point. But anyways, as far as the backstory goes, and this is kind of like how I cheated just a little bit. People who got this game knew they had it a lot easier because they actually included a comic book with the game. And the little comic book explains the whole backstory, and it kind of helps you figure out what's going on here. Because here's what's up. The little insect guy, his home planet is being invaded, and they're trying to destroy it with a super weapon on the right-hand side that you see here, the guy that you're trying to take out. That's actually called the Cotile. Now the little thing on the left, watch, do it again, and then this time get the little dude on the left after you touch him. Okay. And by the way, you don't have to touch him, you can also eat one of the little pixels of the barrier. Watch, start running into one. There you go. Yeah. You see, you can get that too.
Oh, okay.
The guy on the left, again, you have to use your Atari imagination here. That is actually a cannon. Because in order to defend against the super weapon guy... Oh, look at that.
Okay.
In order to defend against the super weapon, you gotta aim this cannon, but they weren't able to finish it in time. So what you have instead is you have to manually aim it after you either eat a pixel or touch him. How that makes sense, I don't really know. This was made in a time before games had to make sense, but yeah, before the law required that they do. But anyways, and also the insects, according to the backstory, they are actually descendants of the housefly that came from Earth. There's some story about astronauts came and they accidentally had a fly in their ship. Ship crashed, the fly survived, the fly mutated and evolved into the Yar.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what happens there. And another thing, this game actually has an Easter egg, one of the first Easter eggs ever to appear in gaming. It happened because Howard Scott Warshaw, he loves Easter eggs apparently. And so this being his first game, he included one. I think if you're up to a level 6 or so, if you're up to like stage 6, I think, and then you're able to get the cannon to hit the guy while he's like swirling around trying to attack you, then you will actually be able to see Howard Scott Warshaw's initials come up. They'll come up HSWWSH, which is of course just Howard Scott Warshaw. But anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of Easter eggs, and there's even Easter eggs in other games that you made. Like, for instance, Indiana Jones, there's, I think, a Yar hidden somewhere in there. And also, same thing with E.T., there's a Yar hidden in that game too. So he's really proud of the work that he did, and he should be. I mean, I think this was his best work, and it happened to be his first game. What do you think about this game, though? You being a modern gamer.
It was so frustrating to begin with, because it was just like, okay, it's kind of like, you know, Centipede, whatever, or Asteroids, you know, trying to get this base out of the way. I probably wouldn't have been able to figure this out. I mean, that cannon thing on the left, I was just like, at first off, I just thought that little space in the middle was just a defect in the game or something, you know. But, you know, now that you cleared that up, I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, how many levels are in this?
That's the thing. I don't know how many levels, and that's interesting that you say that, because that's something very typical of today's games. You know, games have an ending. But one of the weird things about Atari is that those games, a lot of them don't have an ending. In fact, the only Atari game I could think of right now that does have an ending is Jungle Hunt. There actually is an ending where, you know, you save your daughter and you, and then it has a little, you know, ending, you know, sound that plays. But really, Atari games back then, they were like arcade games. There really was no ending. You just keep playing until you die.
Gotcha.
So are you getting a feel for Yar's Revenge? Are you starting to like it?
A little bit. A little bit. It's really frustrating, this slow-moving missile that always keeps going after me.
Yeah.
Get him. Yes.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, no, it's a great game. Came from a great programmer, and it's kind of sad that he doesn't really do a lot of games right now. I don't know if he's doing mobile games right now or something, but he's not as active as he used to be, basically. But either way, I'm just glad for what he made right now.
Yeah, this was pretty fun. I mean, I wouldn't sit here and play for hours. I mean, it seems like the bases are just kind of the same things going over and over again.
Yeah, they do repeat, but of course, I mean, it gets faster, and one of the cool things is that the little missile guy, he gets faster too. And after you get to so many stages, he's actually faster than you. And so that adds a whole nother layer of difficulty.
Oh, so maybe that's why the up and down just goes...
Exactly. You got the right idea. So you see, there are sometimes, and he's kind of getting to that level right now where he's getting
a little faster.
Yeah, there comes a time when he's so fast that he's faster than you, and you actually have to zip from, you know, top to bottom.
Or just chill in this space.
Exactly. That way you could try to stay away from the guy, because if not, he's going to get you. But and so you see, there's little ways that it simplifies the difficulty. You know, it ramps up the difficulty in a very simple way. And when it does that, then it just becomes so hectic, and you can't get away from the game because you just want to see what comes up next.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. It's actually.
Yeah. You see. Look at him now.
Whoa! A little bit more interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. It adds a whole nother layer to the game, and that's one of the best things about Atari. They were all very simple, and the hallmark of a good Atari game is a game that's simple but hard to master. And that's probably what this is right here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it, you see?
Oh, it's not going anywhere. I can't really focus or judge the timing on this guy anymore.
Yeah.
On the cannon.
You know what, I'm really liking this, and I'm actually not a fan of Let's Plays. I'll go ahead and admit that right now to the fans. But, and so this was actually kind of interesting that I came up with this idea to make an episode like this, just because I want to do something different with Yar's Revenge, which is a very popular game, so I'm sure other people have seen it, reviewed it and whatnot. But I just wanted to cover something in a way that was a little bit more fresh. And again, I'm not a fan of Let's Plays, so this might not happen too often in the future. But I mean, in the comments, go ahead and tell me, guys, if you want me to do this again, because I'm actually having a little bit of fun with it. Again, I just think there was just a special circumstance where other people have covered this game, and I just wanted to cover it in a different way, just to see, out of curiosity, how a modern gamer would deal with Yar's Revenge, see how challenging it is for them.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a little bit more challenging. I'm glad you're enjoying it because it's giving me anxiety.
Oh man. But yeah, so that's all that we got to say right now. And thanks for coming on, Josh.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having me, man.
Yeah, of course.